Hello guys, what's up? I'm Surush from the SketchUp Arc Studio. Today we have some new tutorial about the Lumion rendering. For this reason, I use Lumion 8.5 and it doesn't matter which type of version you want to use. It's only related to abilities and skills and knowledge of the best rendering. So, I'm gonna use the example of the plane, simple plane. And I wanna click on open it. So as you can see, I want to import my new model from this place, but I don't know how. Actually, the SketchUp 2023 have some problems with the Lumion 8.5, and it's better to say that Lumion 8.5 have some problems with the SketchUp. For this reason, it's work with the FBX or Collide files much better than the Enscape files. So I'm going to click on the SketchUp in here and I want to import this villa design in the Lumion. So I'm going to click on the file option, export 3D model, and on the desktop I want to save it as the Collide file, or I can change it with the FBX file. I want to change it to the Collide file. I click on the options. I want to triangulate all faces, export hidden geometries off, and other things is good. I'm going to click on the OK and export my villa house. So I came back to the Lumion option, click on the import new model. On the desktop I have my Collide file and this is the texture files, but it's not working right now. So I'm going to click on it and press open. As you can see, we have some question box in here about the categories and import animation. We don't have any animation in here because I deleted all the scenes at the previous session. So I'm going to click on the add to library. As you can see, it takes a little bit time, and after that you can see your 3D model in here when you click on it. So now we have some option in here that's called deselect all. So I'm going to click on the deselect all, and I came back to other options in the Lumion. So I'm going to click on the place mode in here, and now I'm going to start to moving my screen. As you can see in the Lumion, with the W, S, A, and D, you can move in your environment and you have your shortcut guidelines in here, or you can change your camera by holding right click on your cursor. As you can see, something like that, very simple and easy. So I want to show you how you can create the video in the Enscape, very simple and easy. For this reason, you need first shot. For first shot, I'm gonna hold Ctrl and press 1 and captured my first shot in here. When I click on the photos, I see conversion complete in here. And I can add some styles like the realistic style on my 3D model, but it's not really work right now because it's not really useful. If you have low config systems, you can click on the setting bar. You can change your editor resolution, and you must turn off enable high quality trees and high quality terrains and press OK. Now you can move much smoother than your past system management. So I'm going to come to the landscape in here. I need some raisings with some brush bigger size in here, and brush speed will increase too. And I want some thing like that. For going upstairs, you must press Q on your keyboard, and coming downstairs, you must press E on your keyboard. So as you can see, I need some train, something like that, for example, and I think it's good for now. I can click on the grasses, turn the grasses on, check the grass size in here. I can increase the grass size, grass height, and grass width. Or you can add some flowers on your terrain, for example this type of chamomile flowers, and you can see it. You can change the speed of it. You can increase the speed, size, random size, and other things. And you can customize your landscape with different type of rocks like the stone gray. Change the speed, increase the size of it, and make your landscape much realistic than the past. After that, we have some other type of flowers in here, but in using flowers you must be careful because it's a little bit sensitive. And now you can see I increase this size in here, spread of them. Random size can be really helpful, and increasing the size of it. So I think it's done for right now, so I will come back on my weather. I can change my weather and clouds too. I can use different type of clouds. For example, this cloud can be useful. I can change the time of the day to the morning and set the sun direction, which side I want to have some sun, something like that. And I can change the clouds number and the sky and sun's brightness. So I will come to the object option in here, and I need some trees in my 3D model. So I'm going to use nature option in this place. I'm going to click on it. We have different type of nature trees in the Lumion library, and it's really wonderful. You can use medium leaf trees, small leaf trees, or conifers. For example, when I click on the conifers, I have different type of conifers like that in here, or clusters. I don't suggest to use clusters because it's work like the big texture. So the best is the medium leaf right now, and it's completely depending on your taste and your design purchase. So I want to use big leaf maple too, and we have different type of selection. For example, mass placement. When I click on it, I can add some movement in here, or you can only click on the place object like that. Move mode is not active right now. I want to select these objects in here and add some type of trees in this place. As you can see, we can do this work very simple, something like that, a little bit near to the house, as you can see. And I will go to the back of the house and add some other trees in here. You can use different trees, but right now I'm going to use these trees because it's enough for me. And now I'm going to click on the place mode, deselect, place, and I want to select all of them. For this reason, I'm going to use move mode and select all of them in here. Now we have some more properties in this place. For example, you can change the green selection of them, get much greener, saturation control, and selection range in here. So you can increase the transparency to create some architectural diagrams, but it's not work right now. You can see the positions in here, and it's all about that. You can change the height of the placement. For example, I'm going to reduce all of them a little bit near to the floor, something like that. And now I will come back to my photos. Number 1, change my camera a little bit, something like this. And now I'm going to use custom style realistic. As you can see, this is the result. It's really good. It can be really useful. So I'm gonna start creating my video, but I don't know how. For this reason, I'm gonna click on the movie option and click on the record option for creating my video. So we have some taker photo in here, and we have the eye height in this place. I can reduce the eye height a little bit like that, and you can set horizontal eye level or set 1.6 eye level for it. 1.6 is the normal number for your animations. I'm going to click on the take photo in here, and this is my first shot. This is my second shot, third shot, fourth shot, and go a little bit near, and this is my fifth shot. So I'm going to click on the check option in here, and our first scene has been created for us. I can play it and you can see the differences on it. So I will come back to the build mode, deselect all, come to the material, change some materials in here. For example, to the outdoor I'm going to use concert. This concert can be good, or this concert. I'm going to double click out. I can colorize it very fast and easy. Reduce the glossiness, reflectivity. I want to increase relief to see some more details on it. I have X offset. As you can see, it's work for texture adjustment, orientation. I can change the pitch mode. As you can see, it's about, for example, 0 can be good. Transparency not useful in here. We have setting. I can increase the a little bit saturation, wealthiness. Concentrate is type of the stone, so I can increase the wealthiness a little bit to make it a little bit dairy. So I can reduce the scale of my texture a little bit, something like that, and make our edges much smoother. So I can use the foliage option to create some spread lifts on my material. Lift size must be small and the height is about ground level. If you don't want to lose your control like that, you must hold shift in the Lumion to reduce your parameters lower than the past. So I think some number like this can be good. Lift type, I need some red lift type, something like that. Size is good. Spread pattern can be better, something like that. And spread intensity like this. So I'm going to click on the check option in here. And for my hallways, I need a little bit reflection. For the outdoor, I'm gonna use some stone, for example, or I can use woods too. So I think this type of wood can be good, or I can select another wood from this place, but actually it's for the outdoor. And we can use indoor for better results. So I'm going to click on the wood option in here. Wood floor number 2, not good. I can check other wood floors. For example, something like that can be good. Or something like this. I think this one is good. So I'm going to double click on it. Increase the reflectivity. Increase the glossiness. Increase the relief option, but as you can see we have some wave on our texture, so watch out with the relief option in here. I need some bigger scale texture for it. So now I come to the position mode. X offset can be better, something like that. Y offset is about good. Z offset can be improved like this. And colorization, I need some little bit white in here, so I can change it to the gray mode. Orientation is about pitching, it can be useful in here. Heading can be changed a little bit diagonal, something like that. And bank option can completely change your texture position. So transparency not useful in here. I want to increase the saturation a little bit. Wealthiness is about wood. A little bit wealthiness can be improve our job much realistic. And edge is about 0.1. We don't have any foliage and I press check. For the columns, I'm going to use nature wood in here. And some bark wood can be really good for it. But it don't have any synonym with the floor option. You must use it a little bit carefully. For example, some texture like the bark number 11 can be good. You can increase your relief option in here. You only have the textures right now. reflectivity can be reduced. You can use the colorize to make it a little bit fade. So the scale option can be decreased a little bit, not too much. We have X offset. It's good. Orientation, I want to use pitch option in here. Now it's much better. Transparency, velocity must be fully see in the area, something like that. And edges must be controlled like this. So I can use the foliage to create some different view of my job. So I'm going to use the spread option in here and change it to the upstairs, reduce the spread a little bit. Now spread pattern can be changed, as you can see like that. But I want to reduce the ground level, some foliage about this one. So I increase the spread and the lift type to the green or red and press check. My roof is good totally. I need a little bit reflection on it, so I'm gonna use a standard material. When you click on the standard material, you can change the original texture of your 3D model in the Lumion. So I need a little bit reflectivity, relief can be good, and a little bit velocitiness on my contour. A little bit, not too much, and edges must be controlled in here. And this texture, I need some glossiness, a little bit on it. Reflectivity can be good. Relief can be improved in here. And it's a type of wood, so I need a little bit velocitiness, edge control. And now time for the glasses. So for the glass option, I'm going to click on it. We have some option that called transparency. I'm going to check the transparency in here, and when I increase it, I can convert it to the glass. So when I increase the reflectivity, I have much clouds in my 3D render. Colorization can be controlled a little bit, about white color. Glossiness can be increased. Position and orientation in the glass material is not important. And I think all of them is good right now. We don't have velocitiness, and saturation can be good. You can use emissive to make it much brighter, but it's not realistic at all, so don't use it. And it's about your colors. And last one is your frames. For the frames, I'm going to use outdoor metal. We have different type of metals, for example, poly rusty plane or polymetal. I'm going to use polymetal rusty and double click on it. Reflectivity can be controlled in here. Glossiness can be reduced. We don't need any type of relief in here. You can reduce the scale option. All other things is good, but I can add some silver width on it. And colorization can be get a little bit darker, something like that, or I can colorize it on the red or orange channel. So I'm going to check it. The color is not really good actually, so I'm going to change it to the some color like the dark. Increase the colorization and click on the check option in here. So I will come back to my movie option, use the custom style and use the realistic style in here. As you can see, we have difference in this place. We have different type of parameters. For example, I want to add effects on my channel. At the camera, I'm gonna add 2-point perspective. Now our render is much better. We have some option that called depth of field. I can change the depth of field with different amounts, but it's depend on you, so be careful about the amount option. And hyperlight is good. Skylight, I can change the skylight brightness and saturation. You can improve your rendering quality with turning on these two options in here. And it's done. So at the final, I'm gonna take some output of this job, but before that, I'm gonna add the handheld camera in here, and from the first shot, I'm gonna use focal point. I'm gonna increase it a little bit, something like that, and render my movie. The quality of the movie depends on you. For example, I need some FPS about 30 and HD quality, and type 1 for it and press save. Lumion will start rendering this scene for you. As you can see, the real render is much better quality than the preview in the working job. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe our YouTube channel, and goodbye.